Hello everybody, and welcome to this video tutorial on how to use Red Dialer for phone banking. So when you first open your internet browser, you're going to want to go to reddialer.gop and it will take you to this landing page here. Over on the right hand side, you're going to see where it says login. You're going to click that and you're going to type in the username and password that you use when you're logging into the Advantage app. If for some reason you do not know your username or password, please reach out to your field director and they can get all that information for you. Once you have that information, click login and it'll take you over to the next page. This page here is just checking your device's compatibility. You want to make sure that these three over here say good. If for any reason you'll see that it says bad, you're going to want to do a troubleshoot, which could mean fixing your internet connection, switching browsers. Google Chrome and Firefox are the recommended browsers to use when using Red Dialer, just because Advantage likes to work with those as opposed to Safari or Internet Explorer, or Edge is what it's called now actually. Device type, you can use your computer, Chromebook, and Android tablet. If for some reason you're using an iPad and this comes up as bad, don't worry. Just click call from my landline and you'll be able to call that way. So once all of these say good, you have two options. You can do call from my PC/Android or call from my landline. So first we're going to click call from my PC/Android. When we do that, it takes us to the call list page, and here you're going to see the call lists that are assigned to you by your field director. Normally there'll be one or two. There shouldn't be more than 3 or 4 lists on this page. So if you're unsure of which call list to use, please reach out to your field director and they can give you the title of the call list you should be clicking on, just to make sure we're all calling the right people around the state. So for today, we're going to click on VEP Voter Reg Request West 103019. This right here, this region, will differ depending on the region that you are calling. So we're going to click right there, and this is going to take us to the calling page. Here on the calling page, you don't have to worry about this calls today, calls pledge, total calls, and this badge system. This is just something that Advantage put in as like an incentive to encourage people who are calling, show them their progress, kind of give them incentives on how many calls they're making and kind of just encourage them. But don't worry about that. If you have an amount of calls that you'd like to pledge, quote unquote, you can enter that in this box here, click submit, and it'll show up here. So once you do that, if you decide to do that, you're going to click start call. Because we're calling from our computer, the call is going to run through the PC. We recommend using a pair of headphones with a microphone. You just plug them into your computer and you can begin speaking as if you were on the phone. If for some reason you don't have that, don't worry. As long as you're in a quiet place where there's not a lot of noise and distraction, you can do it directly from your computer, no problem. So once you click start call, the call will initiate, and we are calling here Rhonda Holland. This is her address. This is the phone number we're calling. It'll ring just like a phone call. Once Rhonda answers, then you have this script down here that will help guide the conversation. You introduce yourself. Hi, this is Sarah with the Volunteer Engagement Project. We recently sent a text to Rhonda, who we believe is not registered, asking if they would like to be sent a voter registration card. Our records indicate that you did in fact request a form. We want to make sure you had a chance to fill it out and see if there was anything we could do to assist you in that process. So once you've read all that, Rhonda will answer, yes, she received the card. You will check mark this box and you'll come right here. Great, do you have any questions on how to fill that out? Do you know when you'll have a moment to complete the form? You have a conversation with Rhonda. If she has any questions, you can answer those. You want to encourage them to fill out the form as soon as possible and just drop it in their mailbox. That's as easy as it gets. They fill it out, drop it in their mailbox, it gets sent back to our headquarters, and they're registered to vote. So you want to make sure that you encourage them to fill it out as soon as possible, otherwise they probably will forget. So once you've done that, thank you for your time, and you can continue to the next call. If for some reason Rhonda says, yes, I have received the card and I've already turned it in, you check mark that and you just say, thank you so much for doing that. We'll double check our records and remove you from the list and follow up if there are any issues. Thank you for your time. End the call. If for some reason Rhonda says, I did request a card, but I haven't gotten it yet, you're going to click request card and you're going to tell, great, we can mail you that new registration form. Can you confirm your name and a good address to send it to? Even though we have her name and her address up here, we want to make sure that we're typing that in here in these two boxes. I always recommend asking the person you're on the phone with to spell out their first and their last name and confirm their address, just so that we have all the information correct and we are sending it to the right person, the right place. So you'll type that in here, Rhonda Holland, and you'll type in her address here, whatever it is. Make sure you get their address. If they live in an apartment, make sure you get that apartment number, city, obviously the state is Texas, and the zip code. You can then ask how many registration cards they would like. You type that number in here. Thank you so much for your time, Rhonda. Have a wonderful day. Save and continue to next call. So once we've done that, that's if they request a card. If for some reason it will come up, the person you're calling says, no, I'm registered to vote. They're very adamant about it. You click claims registered. Thank you for your time. End the call. Sometimes you might even run into the wrong person. You'll just click wrong person right here. Thank you for your time. End the call. So we want to make sure that when we're talking to these people, these are the options that we're looking for. Sometimes, though, a person won't answer the phone, and it'll go to their voicemail. You do not have to worry about leaving a voicemail, as the Advantage system has an automatic voicemail that we've recorded to kick in if it picks up a voicemail. It will automatically go to here, left message, and you just save and continue to the next call. Sometimes we're calling a landline and that person isn't home. You'll click not home. If they refuse to talk to you completely, click refused. If they've passed away, obviously deceased. Bad number. So sometimes people get confused with bad number. Bad number isn't if we're talking to the wrong person. We see that option over here on Take Survey, as we went over before, wrong person. Bad number is if it's a fax machine, if the number just provides a busy signal, if it's just a completely disconnected call. Hopefully, all Advantage has cleaned out the system enough where we won't get any bad numbers, but it will happen from time to time. Don't worry, just click bad number, save and continue to next call. If for some reason this person says they're a Democrat, or they just absolutely do not want to hear from us ever again, click do not call again, and they'll be put on our do not call list, and we won't talk to them again. Obviously, hung up is if you're in the midst of introducing yourself and they hang up on you, or at some point in the conversation they just hang up on you. Click hang up, save and continue to the next call, and it'll load the next person. Once you've clicked save and continue, the call will end. Hopefully the person on the other line has already ended the call on their side, but if not, it'll end the call and a new person will load here. The page will refresh, a new person will load, a new address, a new phone number, and you just start that process all over again. So that's if you're calling from your PC/Android. I'm going to click back here, back one more time, and I'm going to choose this time call from my landline. We get the same page here. We're going to click there. And so call from my landline is basically the same page, but instead of clicking start call right away, we're going to type in our phone number. You can type in your cell phone number here. Please type in your phone number below. Our system will call you at this number, connect you through with your phone. You call this number, click connect to Red Dialer. When you click that, you're going to receive a phone call to this number you just put in. So this is my cell phone number. I click connect to Red Dial. My cell phone's going to ring immediately. I'm going to answer that call, and it connects me to this Advantage system just via the phone. So when I'm ready to start the call to the person, I would click Start Call. This time it's Larry Tyler. Click Start Call, and it will call Larry. I will do the same process and fill in everything here. Save and continue to next call. It'll load the next person. Click Start Call again. Do not hang up the phone until you're done making your calls for your phone call shift. If you do, then you'll just have to connect again. It's not a big deal. It's a little troublesome. I didn't put in my right phone number. It's a little troublesome, but it's really not a big deal. It'll just restart you calling back into the system. So once you've done all of that, you've saved and continued, you've done all of your calls for your shift, you're all done, you can log out of the system, and it'll take you back here where you'll be ready to log in again the next time you're going to do some phone banking for us. If you have any questions about this tutorial, you have any questions on how to use Red Dialer, or you've run into a special situation during a call, please do not hesitate to reach out to your field director. The field directors are here to help you make this process as easy as possible. We love having volunteers involved. We love having people help us keep Texas red. You know, we have so many candidates that we want to elect into office, so many seats that we want to stay red, so many seats we want to flip back to red, and we cannot do this without you. So we can't say thank you enough. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're here to help. We're here to provide all of the tools necessary so that this phone banking can really, really, really succeed, and we can see some awesome results. Again, thank you so much for your time and your effort. We cannot put into words how thankful we are. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please again reach out. And we hope this tutorial helped. Thank you. Bye.